half a day again. Junior Achievement is a organization that I wish I had joined when I was in school. I believe not living your life with regret, but if there was one thing I would have been done differently, it would have been to join JA. So Yuji, we'll start with you and everything like that. What made you choose Junior Achievement as an extracurricular activity?
So I first heard about it from my sophomore year, but then I first joined in my junior year. And I would definitely say my first year was really fun. And I built a lot of new friendships, and I've learned new insights on business and financial literacy.
And you guys had a really, really good product last year when you guys had that that showcase over at Donkey, right?
Yes.
Yeah, what was that experience like for you?
So we participated in different trade fairs, and we would present our product, but our team specifically had our product a bit later because we made a puzzle.
I remember that. It was really, really cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so Josh, you're doing this again multiple times, you and Joey and the board, teaching young people about, the opportunities in entrepreneurship, but also like the challenges and maybe like some of the responsibility and the discipline you have to do to do modern business right.
Oh yeah, so Guam is such a unique place to do business here, and we're able to express the true concepts that come with it, right? So opening a business in the States might be quite different from opening it here, given your age too, right? But another dynamic that comes with it too is working with a team, right? Doing it alone, it may be kind of simple and coming up with things like that, but incorporating different ideas and making it into one is a challenge in itself. So that program or our program here actually teaches that as well in that concept too.
And even though we're dealing with like high schoolers, I mean, you're never too young to have an amazing idea or be able to identify a problem that you want to solve or be able to, really reach people and help out with that. But you're actually teaching them to capitalize on that, hone in on that, and turn it into a tangible product.
Yes. So myself, I don't teach the kids, but I do gather a good group of companies as well as mentors to help teach those groups. So special shout out to all of the guys that have been teaching the kids for the past 50 years that JA has been put together. Thank you so much for giving up your time. But at the same time, those kids really understand that the dynamics of business and going into different groups too, but at the same time, they can network with these mentors as well. So it's a really fun experience.
Well, I would dare say that nobody knows the benefits of teamwork and how hard it is to put that together, but the rewards you can get out of that than our friend Joey and everything. So Joey, what would you tell young people about, coming together and really getting everybody cohesively like on the same page and what that can mean for achieving a common goal?
It is a lot of work, first of all, with Junior Achievement. And alongside that work comes a lot of fun if you have the right people with you. Working as a group, there's a lot of challenges. But at the end, when you come up with the product, you sell it, you have a certain sense of achievement. And it goes along in life with you. So being a mentor for about 7-8 years, I enjoyed the learnings from the kids. Trying to keep up with all these apps. They taught me more than what I probably had taught them in regards to what they're using and how to develop other projects and products. So I had a lot of fun working with them. I did make them work though. I mean, I was probably one of the more successful mentors, but I made them stay in that classroom of ours for a very long period of time to achieve their goals. So
just like in the modern business world, very, very few things hit the highest levels of success just in a second. I mean,
correct.
You got to cover all your bases. You got to think about all the different what ifs, and you got to basically think defensively, essentially.
Correct. And if you want to win, you're going to do everything possible to make that happen.
Okay, let's go back to Yuji now, because the one thing I think is so wonderful about JA, and I'm a marketing major myself, so I totally appreciate what the program does, right, is there's delegation of responsibility. You may have one person who's, the promotional associate, one person who's the financial manager, somebody else is like the project manager, someone handles, logistics or materials and everything. What was your role like last year on your team?
I was the chief financial officer.
Oh, nice. The money woman.
Yeah. So it was definitely my first time ever working with money and finance and all those big numbers in general. So it was definitely new to me. But we had a few finance mentors, and they definitely helped out a lot.
So did you find the challenge of setting a budget, identifying that, and then making sure that you stay under budget was that a little bit of a challenge?
Yeah, it definitely was because I didn't have much like knowledge about like finance then, and then like towards the end we had to calculate everything and make a workbook about it. So
Okay, so we've totally done what JA does right now is we've sold you on the program. Josh, we're actually putting out a call for anybody in any of the high schools who would like to participate and everything like that to get in touch.
Yeah, so maybe I could speak a little bit about that. Yeah, so, I don't know if I sold it enough for the kids out there that are listening as well as the parents. This is your perfect opportunity not only to expose yourself in the networks and the businesses that comes with it, but also to make your dreams happen, So like there's some kids that are in trades that are developing their own products, maybe in the carpentry class or whatever it may be. So you may be very good at developing something, but do you know how to sell it or vice versa? So I think for everybody that's listening out there, please consider it because this is not only a step for something to make you successful now, but also give you a driving force to help you get where you want to be in the future as well.
Can all 4 years of high school participate, or do you have to be like an upperclassman?
So all 4 years, you can totally participate. The younger, the better.
Freshman welcome.
Yeah. So like a good strategy kids can really consider is starting freshman year. And then let's just say you're very skeptical about being an officer, right? So just know officers are the only ones that can potentially go off island if you win during this program. So we'll have a competition, you do very well, then those officers can go. So let's just say you're not an officer, but you're just trying out your different product ideas. Imagine what you could come up with in 4 years. Like the JA that won, or JA Worldwide in that competition, the one that won actually developed something for the fire department out in Washington. So, it's just a little piece that came with what they were looking for in that little agency. And then they came up with it just as kids, So imagine what you can come up with just making yourself known in a group of 20 kids as well as mentors and then just making it a reality.
Okay, and this is all high schools, right? So we're talking about all the private schools, all the public schools. I know last year we had Academy, Teedson, Harvest,
Yeah,
Eugene.
so it's pretty much open to everybody. If let's just say you're homeschooled, right?
Homeschool too,
Yes,
perfect
yeah.
example.
So you could come on by. We actually had 2 or 3 kids that were homeschooled that went into the different groups.
And then
So-
that means they actually interact with students from other schools, right? So
Exactly.
it's not just like school versus school versus school.
Yeah, so we call it a blended approach, right?
Nice.
So a lot of the kids that are, maybe they're going to Harvest, right? Pastor Baldwin, an awesome teacher, he's mentoring his group within the class. But in some streams, this is also a after-school program. So let's just say, oh, you're busy with AP, maybe sports is during this certain time. I still have some time on the side to do something extra to help myself. That's what JA is meant to be.
Okay, so just again to reiterate, I just forgot about that. So all public schools, all private schools, DoDEA, so Guam High, all home schools, and all charter schools.
Yes, so
Everybody.
Yes, everybody can join. So
I love it.
Yeah, so it's very exciting. I'm actually looking into getting, JA into those classrooms with GDOE as well as all the other charter schools and
All right.
such. But yeah, it's open for everybody. Don't feel restricted to just what it is with. We do have a lot of private school participants, but just know it's open to everybody. You're
And this
right.
is fantastic on your college application
Exactly.
process.
Yeah.
Tremendous
So,
help.
Yeah, and a lot of the kids were asking for references from myself, and it did help them go a long way because that's what you have to kind of think about when you're going out to college. What makes you unique?
Okay, now let me ask Joey, because as mentors, you're dealing with experienced professionals like yourself who have years and years and years in the field, and you get this opportunity to directly dialogue with, like people that can, guide you, or like you said, it's a mutual relationship. So you're teaching them as much as they teach you. So if we are in need of mentors, how can people get in touch with you guys?
Well, through Junior Achievement, our executive director, Josh Miller.
What is the experience about being a mentor? Like how many hours per week do you dedicate? And
That would be up to you. Anywhere between.
so it's flexible.
Yes, but minimum 4 to 6 hours. And it can increase as you go along the program, especially at the end where we have the Company of the Year competition. All your officers will be putting together their annual reports and getting ready for their presentations and going through Q&As so that they, when the time comes for the competition, there's judging involved. And so you're pretty much getting your students ready for that competition where we would choose the winner, or the judges would choose the winner, and they'll represent us in the Company of the Year competition, and where we've actually done really well. So
Very good. So you get out of it what you put into it, because JA, just like in the real business world, this is a competition.
correct.
Yeah.
And you were with us when we hosted the event virtually in 2020.
That's right.
So we've had that opportunity. we've also had one of our teams win the Junior Achievement Asia Pacific Company of the Year competition. That was in 2022. As a matter of fact, my group was the first to finish in the top 3 back in 2013 in Malaysia.
Okay, so we started with UG. I'd like to end with it. So talk about that showcase and the trade fair like you had at the mall. Was it a little bit of nerves the first time and everything like that? But when you're standing there with your teammates and you've got the actual product that you've thought of and worked so hard to really bring to life, and then you talk to like total strangers and you really get them to buy in to say like, hey, that's cool. I'd like a few of those and everything. What's that like?
So we definitely had to like boost our confidence at first because like the first few trade fairs, we didn't have our product. But then eventually we even came up with like a QR code so you could pre-order products, like our team product. And setting up was definitely fun and interesting. Like we get to come up with our own prompts and like themes to like set up. And ours was like beach because our team colors were like beige and blue and green. So ours was always like following the beach theme.
Very nice. But Junior Achievement is a wonderful, wonderful program. I wish everybody could get involved, and we certainly hope that a lot of mentors and student participants will be part of the program. And I can't wait to cover you guys this year and see what you guys turn out.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no